everyone. Welcome to Qin Tuning Society's Guqin class. I'm the teacher, Zhang Jiarui. Today we are going to talk about something more on the Qin. Last time we began with some basic thing about the Qin, like the history, the cultural musics, and like the basic open strings fingerings on the Qin, right finger fingerings, right? And today we are beginning to learn something on the left finger cooperated with the right finger. Okay? So firstly, let's review something about last time. Let's see. So firstly, we have two very basic fingerings on the right hand. One called Go. Another called Tiao. Okay, they are the very basic fingerings on one hand, the right hand, okay? And also of Guqin. And do you remember, we also have more. Okay, and why don't we combine Go with Tiao? Let's begin from the seventh string. So firstly we do a Tiao, and then we do a Go, and we go on with other strings, okay? Tiao on the 7th string, Go on the 5th string, and we begin with Go. Okay, let's go on with today's content. So firstly, we are going to talk about kind of tones on the Qin, okay? So firstly, we have open strings as San, Yin, San, Yin, San. What does it mean? San stands for on string, open, and Yin means sound, or like voice, tongue, okay? And we have harmonics as Fan Yin, Fan Yin. So Fan stands for floating, floating on the water surface, and we use the character here like we are floating on the Qin surface on strings, okay? So Fan Yin, and we have stop strings as An Yin, An Yin. Okay, so An stands for press. So press the left hand on the Guqin. Let's see. So San Yin is like these are San Yin open strings. And why don't we listen to the Fan Yin, the harmonics? Okay, these are harmonics. This is one part, a part of the three variations on the Plum Blossom. Okay, it's a very famous Guqin tune. And we have 暗音. 暗音 is like so. These are 暗音 stop strings, okay? So we are going to learn them one by one and put them together into tunes, okay? And now we are going to learn some notations on left finger so that we can learn more about the tune, the score, and then we can gradually understand what is on the score and how can we use that to learn our new fingerings. All right. So firstly, we have 指 or 指头 as a full name. So 指 or 指头 is there are 4 finger. Okay. So we have 指头, and we also have 大指. 大指. So 大 means big, large, great. So we have 大指. And 大指 is for thumb, okay? And we have 食指. 食指. 食指 is for index finger, forefinger. So 食 stands for to eat or food. I don't know why we use this as the name of the index finger. Maybe that's the first finger that babies use to eat, to help them to eat foods. I'm not sure, but Asian people just use it with 食指, okay? So 食指 for the index finger, and in the Guqin notation we write it as a component of a human, okay? And we also have 中指, 中指, okay? So 中指 stands for middle finger, and 中 means middle, right? And we have 名指, or as a full name 无名指, the finger without a name. Yeah, that's how Asian people call it. So 名指 means ring finger, okay? And we have 小指. In Guqin, we call it as 禁指, little finger or forbidden finger. We don't use 小指, we don't use little fingers in the Qin music, right? We just use it to keep the balance of the hand. Okay. And we have these notations of fingers, okay? So we've learned 3 kinds of tone on the Qin and some notations about the left hand and right hand name, fingers name, but the notations for the left hand fingers. Why? Because in the Qin tablature, in these notations, we just use the component of these fingers to stand for the fingers on the left hand, because we just the right hand is for playing, so we have notations for fingerings, and we have notations for fingers on the left hand, right? And do you remember the character for the harmonics 泛音? We just take the right top part of 泛 and combine it with other characters, with the character standing for start 起, and another character for stop for the end 止. So we have 泛起 and 泛止. Okay? And because in the the shorthand Guqin tablature, we just use one form for the stop strings and the harmonics, they are both connected with both ends of a player, right? So you write the right hand go on the 7th string, the left hand at the 7th marker, but we don't know if we are going to play like harmonics or stop strings, okay? We don't know which one to choose. So we have these signs to show that, okay, you are going to play a harmonics part, okay? So we have 泛起 for the beginning of the harmonics and 泛指 for the end of the harmonics, okay? Now we are going to learn about the harmonics on Qin. How beautiful it is, right? So Guqin is the musical instrument which has the most sets of harmonics for performance, okay? We have 13 markers on the Qin. So on each marker we can play harmonics on each strings. Hui markers are considered as the exact points of harmonics. Playing with the left finger's slight touch on string, harmonics can be made on the Qin. Okay, and because of their numerous, some segments or movements of Guqin melodies only consist of harmonics, like the segment we played at the beginning, right? And Asian literature used the metaphor of dragonfly to describe the technique of playing harmonics, like have you seen the dragonflies on the water? So Asian people just use the metaphor of dragonflies dancing or flying up down on the water surface to describe to give a show of how a harmonics should be, how the fingerings, how the technique of harmonics should be on the Guqin, okay? And we have the example of Master Liu's playing harmonics on the Qin, and also some details of his left hand, okay? This is a ring fingers touching on the marker on the string, okay? And we have these. So let's look at the score. Let's look at the first notation. Do you remember we've learned it in the few minutes ago? So this is a sign for 泛起, read as 泛起. So you see the right top part of the harmonics, the 泛音, so the floating on the strings, and the right part of the character for start, okay, 起. So we have 泛起. So 泛起 means you can go into harmonics now, and the following notation we read it as 明九勾一. You see the component, the grasp component, the component for open strings disappears here, and we have two more characters, one for the ring finger on the left hand and another one for the number of marker, right? So number nine, okay, the ninth marker. So where is 9 marker? It's here, alright? 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, okay? We have 9th marker here. We have ring finger here. Look at my left hand, Here, with ring fingers, left top part. And What should we go to play? It's a go here, right? Go on the first string. So let's do them together. Do them together. You immediately leave the string, okay? After playing one touch on the string together with the right hand. Okay, now we go to the next notation. It's found. See, da, the character for great, the character for big, da. And we have 7 Chinese character 7. 大七挑四，大七挑四. Okay, so 大 for the thumb, and we use the first knuckle to touch the string. Okay, at the place of marker, the 7th marker, right? And we do a 挑 on the 4th string. Okay, 挑四on the 4th string. And should we keep the balance with the middle finger, right middle finger, on the 2nd string, right? So 大七挑四. Let's do it. So look at my right hand. Look at my right hand. Immediately. At the same time. And let's mix them together. Right, let's go on with another group, okay? So we have 明九勾二 here, 明九勾二. What's the difference? So we played 明九勾一 on the first string, and here we move to the 2nd string, but on the place of the same marker. We have 大七挑五, 大七挑五. So we move to the 5th from the 4th. And we have 明九勾三, the ring finger on the 9th marker, play go on the 3rd string. Okay, I also played the next one, 大七挑六. And we have the last group. Okay, and let's try again from the beginning for the 4 little groups, okay? Okay, so with the tuning, with the harmonics, we found some little coincidences on the Qin. So harmonics on some marker of a specific string is the pitch, okay? The pitch of the harmonics of some markers on a specific string is equal to another pitch, okay? Is equal to another pitch of the harmonics on some markers on another specific string, okay? So like the pitch on the ninth marker on the first string is equal to the seventh marker on the fourth string, okay? And with this phenomenon, we are going to tune the Qin, okay? In help of this phenomenon, but we should learn something more before we remember the module, okay? So firstly, the relationship between harmonics and pitches on the string. So harmonics are a kind of special physical phenomenon of every instrument, every sound of waves. And play an open string, we get a sound. Like we hear one sound, but it actually consists of its fundamental tone and different overtones. The fundamental tone decides its open string pitch. Okay? Then different overtones frequencies are different times of the fundamental one. We add all the overtones and the fundamental tone together, and we get this tone. Okay? And what are the like overtones on the strings? Like we add all these and together, and the fundamental tone together, we get the. It's actually a combined sound, a combined tone. Okay. So we have some chart here, some math and physics things like, but you can, yeah, you can see in the chart, like we have, for example, it gives an example of the F 440 hertz on some string, some sound at F. Okay, so now we use the like a very similar pitch, on the Guqin's fifth string, which is tuned as 种吕 109.7. We call it 种吕. Okay, on the fifth string. So, and if we play a tone, if we play harmonics on the fifth string on the seventh marker, we have the frequency is just twice, okay, of the frequency of the open string. And if we played it at the 1/3 point, like, okay, we were playing on the seventh marker, which is the half point of the effective length of the string. Okay, look at the Qin. Okay, so this is half point, and now we have 1/3 point as the fifth marker and ninth marker. Okay. These frequencies are just 3 times of the open strings frequency, okay? And yeah, and we have the 1/4 point and 1/5 point, and yeah, different times of the harmonics, the frequency of the frequency of open string, okay? So The first string is set as 65 Hertz, and on the 7th marker, the frequency should be 130 Hertz. And on the 9th marker should be 195, which is 3 times of the 65. And the 4th string at the 7th marker is also, so the 4th string is set as 97.5 Hertz. So twice, okay? And we put the twice thing on the 4th string, which is on the 7th marker. The same, okay? So we use this one to tune the machine. Use this interesting phenomenon to tune the Qin, okay? And how to work it. First, we get a standard on the specific string, like we have we pick the 5th string as the standard, okay? Yeah, the Asian people said it has 109.7 Hertz. But if we're going to a class or concert, better choose the pitch on other's Qin or instrument as a reference in order to be harmonious. If just play or practice solo, then you can check the chart, or you just remember the 109.7 and use the harmonics to help you, okay? So now let's check out on the 5th string, the open string. Almost, okay? And now we ignore the tuner and we follow this one, okay? This sentence will help us to tune the Qin. So 2 by 2. So firstly, ring finger 10th on the 5th. Sound 9th on the 7th. Oh, they are not the same, okay? So we have to tune. We need to be sharp. Now flat. Sharp. So I said sharp about the latter string, okay, 7th string. Because the previous string is a reference, and we need to modify, we need to change things on the next string. Flat. Okay, now we go on. The 大七挑七, okay, the sound on the 7th of the 7th, okay? Next one is the ring finger on the 9th of the 4th. Flat. Okay, now they are in accordance. So now the 5th, the 7th, and the 4th are in the system, okay? Then now we go on with another pair, okay? So the ring finger 10th on the 4th, found 9th on the 6th. Need to be sharp on the 6th string. And sorry, I forgot to say that when you're going to be sharp flat, you just use the peg, and the counterclockwise it means to be sharp, and the clockwise means to be flat. Okay, and you can also make some little adjust on the fly's head. Okay, the beginning of the string. Okay, let's go on with what we've stopped. Now, the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th are in the system. Okay, and now we use the 6th to tune the 3rd. Between the 7th marker and the 9th marker, right? And now the last two pairs, the 7th marker on the 5th, and the 9th marker on the 2nd. And the last one, the 7th on the 4th. Okay, 7th on the 4th, and the 9th on the 1st. Okay, so the tuning is finished, and all the seven strings are in the system, in the right system. Okay, they are harmonious. In order to try the tuning, okay, the tuning, the harmonics tuning, we use an untuned Guqin to try again, okay. They are totally irregular in their order, okay? So what should we do first? First we should check the 5th string, okay? We tune it to the 109.7 Hertz, right? And it should be sharp. Okay, now we finished with the 5th, and we can go on with the order, okay? First, between the 9th marker and 10th marker. Okay, and now we finished the 5th and the 7th, and now we are going to tune the 4th with the 7th. Okay. Oh, too flat here. We need to sharpen it. Too sharp now. Right, now the 5th, the 7th and the 4th are finished. Now, strange, huh? Now we use the 4th to tune the 6th. We come back to the 9th and the 10th marker. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, okay? Need to be sharp. Flat. Sharp. Right? They are harmonious now from the 4th to the 7th, but okay, incorrect. Now we go back to the between the 7th and the 9th, and we use the 6th string to tune the 3rd string. Okay, and now use the 5th for the 2nd. And now we use the 4th to tune the 1st. Okay, and tuning is finished. You can keep practices every day before you're playing, and you can gradually get familiar with it. Here we also have a chart with the strings and markers on the top, on above, and you can understand it with the chart. Okay, and we have something more to tell you. So the setting of a Guqin, according to ancient Qin books, we define the pitch of first string as Huangzhong. So Huangzhong is 65 hertz, and we have second as Taicu, so 73.1 hertz, and third as Zhonglü, 86.7 hertz, and fourth as Linzhong, 97.5 hertz, and fifth as Nanlü, 109.7 hertz, and sixth as Qin Huangzhong, means Huangzhong like an octave above. So 130 hertz, and seventh as Qin Taicu. So 46, seventh as Qin Taicu, the 146.2 hertz. Okay, and so though the Guqin's pitches are initially set in Pythagorean scale, or we call it 12 so 12 temperaments. The Asian musicians also use the law of harmonics, a natural temperament, to help in tuning for convenience. Okay. If not using the law of harmonics, Asian people have to get a standard pitches recorder, like some flutes of temperament. So mostly we use the harmonics to help us to tune. Okay? So these are content of today's class. You can practice this more often after the class. Thank you for studying.